David Metcalfe, British journalist who embraced Islam. Imagine spending years at the very top of Western mainstream journalism. Your job is to report facts, dissect global events, and look at the world through a strictly analytical lens. You are surrounded by the fast-paced, cynical, and often anti-religious echo chambers of modern media. But then, amidst the chaos of breaking news and geopolitical shifts, you find yourself drawn to an ancient truth. This is the extraordinary, real-life story of David Metcalfe, a prominent British journalist who shocked his peers by leaving behind his secular lifestyle to embrace Islam. What did he discover hidden within the verses of the Quran that his decades of investigative journalism had completely missed? Welcome back to Global Mystery Nexus, the home of deep investigative journalism and untold histories. I am your host, Shahid Shuraim Husseini. Today, we unravel a profound spiritual transformation that sent ripples across the British media landscape. Before we move forward, I have a quick request. If you enjoy this video and want to support the channel, please hit the like button, share it, and subscribe so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive in. For decades, David Metcalfe operated within the intense, fast-paced environment of British journalism. As a seasoned media professional, he was rigorously trained to question everything, demand empirical proof, and remain entirely objective under pressure. In the West, mainstream media outlets frequently portray Islam through a narrow, highly politicized, and often negative lens, focusing heavily on regional conflicts, radicalism, and social controversies. Metcalfe was exposed to these dominant narratives on a daily basis. He witnessed firsthand how global media engines could systematically shape public perception, reinforce cultural stereotypes, and completely cloud the underlying spiritual realities of billions of peaceful individuals worldwide. The first true mystery of his journey lies right here. How does a man specifically trained to view religion through a lens of profound political skepticism suddenly break free from his own professional conditioning? Metcalfe began to notice a massive, irreconcilable disparity between what was being broadcasted on international television screens and the actual lived experiences of ordinary Muslims. He realized that the media often ignored the spiritual core of the faith. Driven by his professional instincts, he decided to apply his rigorous investigative skills not just to the surface-level news, but directly to the core theological texts of Islam itself. This intellectual curiosity marks the beginning of a quiet, life-altering investigation that would challenge his entire worldview. As an investigative researcher, writer, and cultural historian, Metcalfe was deeply familiar with world literature, philosophy, and historical archives. He had spent a lifetime reading complex academic texts, ancient historical documents, and intricate political treatises. However, when he opened the Quran with a completely objective, analytical mind, he encountered something entirely unprecedented in his career. He did not find a chaotic book written by a 7th century human poet, nor did he find a text designed for political strategy or temporary control. Instead, he encountered a literary marvel filled with flawless structural harmony, timeless psychological depth, and profound scientific consistency that baffled his secular expectations. For a journalist whose entire life revolved around verifying facts, cross-referencing sources, and exposing human error, the absolute structural perfection of the Quranic text became an undeniable revelation. He began deep diving into the historical preservation of the book, discovering that it had remained entirely unaltered, letter for letter, for over 1,400 years. This absolute textual preservation stood in stark, blinding contrast to the ever-shifting, volatile, and highly manipulative narratives of modern news media. The deep structural perfection and uncompromised logic of the Quran systematically dismantled his deeply ingrained intellectual doubts, shifting his pursuit from a standard journalistic research project into a profound, undeniable personal realization. Intellectual conviction was only the foundational step. The true spiritual breakthrough occurred when Metcalfe experienced the profound, humbling reality of Islamic worship. In multiple documented accounts of high-profile European professionals reverting to Islam, a common, powerful focal point emerges: the overwhelming, inexplicable sense of peace found during pilgrimage and communal prayer. When an individual completely steps away from the elite, highly materialistic, and intensely competitive circles of Western society and stands shoulder to shoulder with millions of believers from every imaginable race, language, and social class, the human ego completely dissolves. For Metcalfe, witnessing the absolute equality, synchronization, and profound discipline of the global Muslim community was a transformative revelation. Standing or sitting humbly on the simple floor of the mosque, stripped entirely of professional titles, elite status, and material wealth, he discovered a profound, unshakable tranquility that had eluded him in the secular world. He realized that modern Western society, despite all its technological dominance, financial abundance, and material comforts, suffers from a deep, chronic spiritual void. This profound inner peace, found on the floor of the sacred sanctuary, was something that no career milestone, corporate success, or media acclaim could ever hope to provide. Upon returning home to Britain, the stark contrast between his newly discovered spiritual clarity and the chaotic, deeply secularized environment of the media industry became clearer than ever before. David Metcalfe, alongside his family, made the definitive, life-altering decision to publicly embrace Islam. This courageous choice meant facing immense scrutiny, unspoken judgment, and social pressure from a highly secularized professional circle that often viewed religion with open disdain. Yet, his conviction remained entirely unshakable. His journey stands today as a powerful testament to the fact that Islam is not a religion restricted by geography, culture, or ethnicity, but a universal, timeless truth accessible to any analytical mind willing to seek genuine answers past the corporate headlines. He joined a growing global movement of Western intellectuals, journalists, and academics who have successfully looked past mainstream media propaganda to discover the ultimate truth. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe our Global Mystery Nexus channel for more informative videos.